Alright, what is up, you guys? I am here to talk about and review one of the most famous WWE DVDs of all time. The top 50 superstars of all time. So, I remember when this came out. In 2010, I was pretty excited for it. Couldn't wait to get it. And I remember even looking at the spoiler list, because that's just the kind of person I am. I had to see, who topped the list of, the top 50 wrestlers of all time. And after this came out, man, it got a heap of shit from all the YouTubers. Gemini, he made countless videos on this thing. And I never really got too much into this. I'm sure I bitched about it and blasted it somewhere on my channel. But let's actually take a really good look at this. As you can see, the front cover, you have a wide array of wrestlers. Two notable omissions from the cover is Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. And that ties into a lot of the controversy that this set has. Macho Man obviously was not in good, he was not in a good way with Vince. You all heard the rumors why. Evidently, he fucked a 17-year-old Stephanie McMahon in the 90s. And he was, not on good terms with Vince after that. And, he left for WCW. That's a fact. The whole Stephanie McMahon thing, that's just a rumor. We probably won't ever know the truth about that, to be honest. But, Macho Man was not doing too good at the time with Vince. And then Ultimate Warrior, obviously, they didn't want to put him, in another DVD. Because we all saw what happened the first time they did that. So, yeah, you have a wide array of wrestlers there. And then, on the back here, there's not too much to show with this set. Then you have kind of your Brady Bunch of wrestlers there. It has a place for an insert, but does not have one. So I had to literally pull up the Wrestling DVD Network online for the listing. And yeah, the disc art, nothing too much to say there. So, let's get to the list. Alright. So, I'm not going to name every single person here, but I'll name a little more of the controversial ones, or, ones that people had problems with. Number 50, though, Killer Kowalski, that's a good number. A lot of people were bitching him up, Batista being at 49. A lot of people were saying, oh, he doesn't even deserve to be on the list. Rick Rude, 48. I personally think he should be higher than that. I love Rick Rude. Let's see here. You have Jeff Hardy at 45. People bitched about that. Jake Roberts, one of my all-time favorites, at 39. It's good to see Gorilla Monsoon at 36. Buddy Rogers, 35, the original Nature Boy. Kurt Angle, Mick Foley at 34 and 33. Let's see. Fabulous Moolah made the list at 27. That was an interesting one. Especially recently. The whole controversy with her. She was on Dark Side of the Ring. Just a very controversial figure there. Bruno Sammartino at 24. So yeah, Bruno Sammartino to me is on the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. And then, of course, we have Hulk Hogan at 23. I think that one was everyone's biggest gripe. Even Todd Grisham, the host of this DVD, on the DVD itself was complaining that Hulk Hogan was 23. When your own DVD is talking shit about itself, that's a problem. Thesz, 21. Probably could say he could have been higher. For some reason, at number 17, we have Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair as a tie. Okay. John Cena at 16. Mr. Perfect, 15. I was kind of surprised that they actually put him that high. Not a bad thing. Macho Man is number 14. So he's on the list, just nowhere else. Roddy Piper at 10. You have Eddie Guerrero at 11. Andre the Giant at number 8. Rey Mysterio at number 9. A lot of people are pissed about that one. And then we have top 5. We have The Rock. Bret the Hitman Hart, very deserving. Stone Cold at number 3. Undertaker at number 2. And then Shawn Michaels at number 1. You know, that's one of those you can't really argue Shawn Michaels number 1. It's not a horrible choice. It's not who I would pick. But it's not the worst choice in the world. So, very controversial list for a lot of people. But before we talk more about that, let's get to the match listing here. We have Thesz versus Argentina Rocca. Jack Briscoe versus Dory Funk Jr. Fabulous Moolah versus Susan Green. Gorilla Monsoon versus Muhammad Ali. Harley Race versus Terry Funk. Gorilla Monsoon versus Andre the Giant in a boxing match. Superstar Billy Graham versus Dusty Rhodes. We have Iron Sheik versus Hulk Hogan. Of course, in '84 at Madison Square Garden for the WWF title. We have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Roddy Piper, and Junkyard Dog versus Macho Man, Harley Race, and Adrian Adonis. We have Rick Rude versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Jerry Lawler versus Kurt Hennig, a.k.a. Mr. Perfect. And then we have Jake Roberts versus Ted DiBiase at Madison Square Garden. The good thing about this set, the reason why this thing isn't a complete piece of trash, is because you at least do have some rare matches on here. You have a lot of repeats, but you do have some rarities too. Disc 3, we have Ric Flair versus Bret Hart. Rock versus Mankind, Halftime Heat. Fatal 4-Way, Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, and Kurt Angle for the WWE title. Undertaker, Kane, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy versus Stone Cold, Triple H, Edge, and Christian from Raw. Edge and Triple H versus Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho. Eddie Guerrero versus Big Show in 2004. We have the WrestleMania 22 Triple Threat World Heavyweight title match. John Cena and Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker and Batista from No Way Out 2007. And then finally, Edge versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 24 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, here's the thing. Yes, this is a highly flawed list, but it's easy to see why. This is Vince McMahon's list. If you had your tongue up Vince McMahon's ass any point during the 80s and 90s, you're going to be on the list. If you did him wrong, or left the company, or, you know, screwed him over in any way, you're going to either not be on the list, or you're such a big star that you kind of have to be on the list, but they'll just put you somewhere in the middle, aka Hulk Hogan at 23. So, is this trash? No. I don't like the list itself. It's well made. You know, they have some interviews with the countdown. They have a lot of great footage and everything. But I think if you want this, it's easily passable. But like I said, there are some decent matches on here that are hard to find. In 2010 at least. Now you just have the fucking network, so you can just get anything you want. And DVDs are worthless, right? But, yeah. Pick this up if you're a collector. If you're not a hardcore collector, is this needed? No. But, yeah, this is more just infamous for, you know, what it became. Yeah, this was a very famous release, and for good reason. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And for now, this has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.